and a something. Chop them like machete.
Yeah.
And
we here. 5,
4,
and a 4,
and a 3,
and 3,
and a 2,
2,
and a 1.
Late okay at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of Beats Vibes Life. That's where I and this gentleman right here bring 2 albums to the table. We hash it out, see how we feel. What are we gonna think about it now, especially if it's old? But before we get started, to my left, my esteemed colleague. He's living his best life. A producer extraordinaire. Arckatron.
What's happening, y'all? What up, YouTube world? What up, IG world? We got Thomas D now. What up, what up, what up? Yes, we here in the place to be on MIC. I got nothing else to rhyme with that, so that's what we're doing today. And who I got to my right?
NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast, Spotify, all that jazz. Now we got some announcements to get out the way. If you didn't know, we have a GoFundMe. That's right. Yes, GoFundMe.com/Violator20. We have been invited out to Las Vegas to cover the 20th anniversary celebration of the Violator album. They're going to be talking about the making of the album, the life of Chris Lighty. There's going to be other hip-hop luminaries there that we can speak to, interview, and document the culture. But we can't go alone. We need some of your help. Now, some people have already donated. They're going to get a shout out in a second. But go to GoFundMe.com/Violator20. Put $1 in the bucket. Help us get there. We'll go there, stay there, record tons of stuff, interview as many people as we can, and then come back with tons of videos for you and help keep this hip-hop documentation going strong. Now, keep it rolling. Those folks that we got to give a shout out to. Henry, the creator, right? Creator?
Henry the worst.
Henry the worst. Not the best. Henry the worst.
Yeah.
The creator and creator, supervisor.
He do a lot of things.
Everything for Laser Wolf and tons of other animated content. He is super dope. Hit us off with mad dollars up in there. Big shout out to you for your donation. Also, shout out to Trista. Big shout out to her. Thomas D in the house. Big shout out to him. Chris B, Nace, and Alexis Torres.
Yeah.
Big shout out to you.
I'll go see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well,
that's
cool.
That's who Chris Bird is. That's I'll go see.
Oh, no, I have Chris Bacon.
But we got Chris. I'll go see also donated.
Yeah.
I realized
I'll go see too.
Yeah,
thank you, Al.
He's in the house. What up?
Thank you, Al. Go see.
Yeah,
so all these people have donated and gave us $1 in the bucket.
Yeah.
So please.
Yeah, some dollars.
Well, yeah, some
dollars. Dollars in the bucket.
Dollars
in the bucket.
Yeah,
right?
They put more than just $1 in the bucket. But we ask for you, if you can't give, please share.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We'll go out there.
As good as giving.
Go out there. We cover this stuff. Dope hip hop stuff for you, for me, for Arckatron, for all of us to share, because you know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. We're putting hip hop and geek together. Now, with that said, another announcement this weekend, if you are at San Diego Comic-Con, I will be there on Friday. That's right. Flex it up. It's flex time. That's right. I will be at San Diego Comic-Con. And if you're there on Friday night, I'll most likely be at the Black Lightning party, but I'm still working some things out. WB folks and stuff. I gotta make sure.
WB, those folks.
The WB. Welcome back. No, man, I'm not gonna go there. But that, and then on Saturday I will be representing at AfroCon on a panel about what it is to be a blerd. That's another platow. So with that said, if you want to holler at your boy, AfroCon this weekend and San Diego Comic-Con, I will be there. Big shout out to Jason Reeves from 133 Art. Big shout out to Hannibal Taboo that does so many comics that he writes for. Just check out HannibalTaboo.com. It's crazy the stuff that he does. It's incredible. But now that's out of the way. We got 2 Dose albums coming right towards you.
Dose.
One is Megahertz, or now known as Megahertz Legacy, Table Scraps, and the other is
Kardinal Offishall. You didn't expect that. You didn't expect that, did you? But yes, Kardinal Offishall, Classifier, Volume 1.
Volume 1. Did we ever get a Volume 2?
Yes, it is. This one like is many years later.
All right, cool. I was like, did we ever get a volume?
I think it came out many years. He's got like after this album, he kind of didn't fall. He kind of did other things.
Yeah,
but he was working with like Akon for a while.
Yeah,
like so while. All the stuff with because Akon kind of not developed it, but he developed Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
so he was around with all that. So he was writing and doing all kind of other stuff after this.
Getting that money.
Yeah, getting that.
Gotta get
cheddar. But for me, he was the first person I remember from that was shouting out to T-Dot.
Yeah.
For me. I mean, there probably was other, but I'm saying he was the first one I remember like shouting at the Toronto. You know what I'm saying? Or Toronto. Sorry, Toronto. You don't pronounce the T at the end.
Oh, you don't?
Toronto.
No, really?
No, it's not Toronto.
So it's not Toronto.
You can say that, but like sometimes people get offended. This is how people get offended when you say San Fran. That's another thing people get offended too.
Really?
Yeah, I went there. He was like, "Nah, don't say that."
Oh,
they like to say, "You just say San Francisco."
Why you can't say San Fran?
Some people they were offended when I said that. I was there for 2 weeks, so they would know.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying. So Toronto, the first person I know was like shouting out Toronto.
All right, Toronto and San Francisco.
Yes.
Put the Cisco on it.
Yes.
Don't be putting it. Yeah. Gotta run across a whole bunch of people.
What?
Gotta run on top of a bunch of people.
Let me see you got.
Oh boy, that boy is dancing on the sand in a pair of flaves. Boy.
Yeah.
Or Uptowns or Air Force Ones.
Wait. Pair of what?
Flaves.
Flaves?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So Uptowns, Flaves, Air Force Ones.
Never heard of that the one you just threw out there. Flaves.
Yeah, Flaves.
No. Uptowns or Air Force Ones.
For all my folks that know,
Flaves.
DMV represent, y'all know. Fresh pair of flaves.
I'm saying right now. I'm not gonna say
nothing. He gonna try it.
I'm not gonna say
got you.
I'm not gonna say nothing about the DMV.
Sometimes he don't be, but I got you. I'm here.
Yeah, you have some weird sayings for things, but like most places have weird sayings compared to like.
Yeah, but I mean, we can easily think that Uptowns is weird. You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah.
Air Force Ones. How about that? Just say Air Force Ones. The Flaves, I don't know.
My Air Force Ones. So, first album, I chose it.
So you want to start? Remember last time?
Oh no, I started last time. You'll go this time.
I should start since Quest.
Now, do you want to start on Quest or do you want to start on Table?
Ooh, that's a good question. We'll start with Table. Because we'll start.
Yeah, I know.
We'll start there, and we'll end with Quest for Fire.
Woo! This is my fault, y'all.
So he brought this.
I brought this.
All him.
Megahertz Table Scratch.
Yeah. So I never heard. Okay. So for me, I never even heard of some of these. I've heard of some of them in the group. Yeah. But I never heard of. Never knew they were a group together. Okay. Ever. I knew RJD2 and I knew Copper. I knew those two names. And other Tame, I knew him too.
Oh, Camoteo?
I knew the name. I never heard anything from him.
All right.
So I knew that going into it. But when he was saying the names who produced it, I was like, okay. But then who's on? I was like, I don't know the names. So they're probably like super rapidy rap guys. So I was a little worried. And my worry was warranted.
Was well founded.
Yes, it's warranted.
Well founded.
Well founded. So it was it's a super rap album. Super rap underground album.
Yeah.
Sonically.
It's a very rhyme sayers-y type of album.
Yes.
And if you're a hip hop fan, you know what I mean by it's a very rhyme sayers-y style album. You too, IG, you know the deal.
Yeah. So how can I say this?
Stay real. Keep it real, son.
It's not for me.
Be real.
It's an era of music that because I was saying to him that like these two albums came out the same year, but it sounded like they came out in the same year in two different universes.
They sound so different.
It sounds so like sonically like, yo, what were they using and what were you using? Yeah. But like it just sounded they were really going super underground, like super mega underground with the sound, with the rhymes, what they were talking about. Like I got the best rhymes. I'm scientific with it. Like they were all about that rhymes. Very like that. And it's just not for me. It's the music I never really liked back then, and I still don't like now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the album's trash, but the beats are some of them are like I can dig. Some of them are like kind of like super like boot camp, like snowy weather, like you in the basement.
You in the
like you ain't got no heat in the basement. It's cold down there. You bundled up in the basement.
Like it's like when you go to an office building and you know how they have like multiple levels of parking decks. The very bottom level, like P4, P5, that's where you at. You at the bottom.
Yeah, and I feel one thing for me that I don't like to compare the two albums, but it was like clearly apparent with one thing: entertainment. I find Kardinal Offishall more entertaining.
Yes,
and it's like because they were just rapping to me. They like rapping at me. They weren't really like making me included in the cipher, the cipher. You know what I mean, so that's what it feels like. It's just like very, I don't want to say cannabis-esque, but kind of
it is
cannabis-esque. Where it's like it's super scientific and but they got crazy flows and everything. And their voice are very unique too. They got very like unique, especially copyright.
Yeah, it's like they got skills.
Yeah, they're not whack.
It's just very rapidy rap.
It's super rap. It's the super. It's probably the most words I've heard in a long time in an hour. Like the most words I've heard. Like, dang, you guys really can rap.
Yeah.
And that's not. I mean, it's a good and bad thing. Like, I think as the years go on, that music is like it stays on the ground. It never comes.
And it also feels so old.
Yes. Yeah. It feels very. You know what? It sounds like it came out in 1995. Like Underground 95, and it reminded me a lot of kind of Social Mischief actually, because they're super, but they're a little more entertaining.
But they have more entertainment with
they're a little more entertaining.
Yeah, they have more.
But they're super rap too. Like that's super like Social Mischief. 93 to Infinity is super rap.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just crazy though. But like,
we all love the song, but it's super rap.
It's super rap. So I feel like the whole album, like it accomplishes that mission of super rap, underground super rap. And for me, it's not whack. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
What did you think about it? What's your take on?
All right. The reason I brought this album is because I remember it in such a good light. When I first learned of Table Scraps and Megahertz, I learned about them, Jedi Mind Tricks. Like there was a couple of like Rhyme Sayer Z type groups that I learned of all at once. And RJD2, I had heard of and heard some of his beats, really enjoyed them, and thought he was on some very like off-center, but still kind of like boom bap-ish kind of stuff. It was like off-center, but still kind of dope. So I listened to it back then, and I was impressed. I was very impressed. I was like, oh man, this is so dope. It's flames, you know what I'm saying? Copyright dropped the album, and I was really up on it and everything. And now that I listen to it, this album, Table Scraps, outside of maybe 2 or 3 songs, screams demo. It screams demo. This is like what you make before you make your real project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This thing screams demo. But at the same time, there's a lot of hunger on the mic on these joints.
Oh yeah,
like there is.
They want to be there. It doesn't sound like they're not.
It's not like they're lazy or anything.
Yeah, they want to be there. They're rapping.
It's like very demo-ish. It's very, very demo-ish. So now thinking of the people that brought me these types of acts, now I realize, okay, they were those type of dudes. They were the Rhyme Sayers types of dudes. So that's why they liked them so much. And I was impressed as an MC. Like, man, wow, these guys are spitting. But I was now listening to it. I'm like, yo, y'all got like 2 songs on this joint.
I think with age, like with our age too, like we grow and our ears, we hear different music that we start to like, that we start to gravitate to. And as we get older, we start to gravitate to different kind of music. Like, but some stuff still holds true. Like we were talking before this started, we were talking about Common. Like that, some of that stuff still holds true to this day. Like, yo, I can listen to this today. To this day. I can listen to this joint. So so it's like some music for me it just doesn't have that weight anymore like it did when I was younger, you know.
I mean, so much so that they have to put a freestyle from a radio show on their album because that's basically what they specialize in. Like these are the guys that would be, honestly, if they were out now, they would be crushing it like maybe once a month or something on like Funkmaster Flex or Hot 97 or something, come and spit for about 5-10 minutes, and they be killing. They would shut it down. Like they be shutting it down. But for an album, oh no.
Oh no.
I don't think so. But it's kind of like you see, perfect example. Well, no, there's more entertainment value. I was about to say they could come and do something similar to like Black Thought and Method Man.
Yeah.
You know, like 10 straight minutes of like, man, these guys are spitting. But the only thing is, a Black Thought Method Man album, I'm like, hark. Sure, let's see what happens. With them, I'm just like, okay, well, all right. You know, if I get it, I get it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, after seeing, you know, what they brought in this album, and then, of course, unfortunately, Kim Mateo passed.
Yeah.
So we never...
He passed on 08, I think.
But they never really did anything else. RJD2 blew up.
Yeah.
That's
it said they had an album in, like, 2012. I looked at it. I don't know.
It must have been like some old recordings or something. But RJD2 essentially blew up, and then went on to work with like AC Alone and stuff like that.
That's how you say. Well. I've never knew how to say the name until now.
Oh yeah.
I've seen the name millions of times. Never knew how to say the name.
Okay, yeah. So
AC Alone. Okay.
So went on to work with him. Did a lot of instrumental projects, which I enjoyed. RJD2, I think, is a pretty fresh producer. Like I said, kind of like quirky, off kilter, but still has something you can rock to.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at like Third Hand. Is it Third Hand or Third Eye? I think it's Third Hand. Stuff like that. But this album, once again, very rapidy rap. And in a not in a bad way, but in a just it feels old way. Feels really old. Yeah. I forgot to score last week. Completely forgot. I just but to score this,
you forgot to score last week? You didn't score last week?
Yeah, I forgot to score the Freddie Gibbs stuff.
You didn't score it? We didn't score it?
Nah. But
I didn't think we needed to score it.
Yeah, but with this, their lyrical talent is really there, but it's very rapidy rap. I put this somewhere middle of the roadish, maybe like a 6, something like that. Some of the beats are cool. The raps, Kim Mateo has a lot of persona on the mic. Copyright is just sunning a lot of lyricists out there. But it just never rises above kind of like that. Oh, that was dope.
Yeah.
You know, all right, so can you make a song?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like battle rappers like trying to make a song. That's what's like.
Yeah,
like they're from that era.
This sounds very in a lesser way. Roll with me. Very Enter the 36 Chambers-ish. Where
in terms of sonics?
Not sonics like the beats are the same, but very like this is just dudes that's just like coming at the mic.
Okay, I can see that.
But where we divert is that Wu-Tang still finds a way to come out with some songs. Now, this one doesn't. This one has 2 songs where I think there's way more songs.
There's one thing, like I said previously, like if you, I mean, I can see.
And then this is also 36 Chambers is also like 92,
93,
3.
Yeah, but there's one thing that I think that those guys had that these guys are kind of lacking. It's the same thing I said with the entertainment value.
Yeah,
it's more of just a personality on the mic. Like,
yeah,
rapping is one thing, but like going beyond rap is another thing. Where like people are like, oh, he's like, okay. Speaking of Toronto, Drake. Now Drake, people hate Drake, right? People don't like. He's polarizing. People hate him. People love him.
People love him. They hate him.
People say no. Remember that whole Quentin Miller thing was like, oh, someone's right. He's like a ghostwriter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we heard Quentin Miller's tracks. I'd rather hear Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So because Drake has a personality.
Yeah.
He resonates beyond just words. Same thing with like Kendrick Lamar, beyond the words. He's rapping they all day, but he has a personality like you're there with him. Like he brings you into his world.
Yeah.
These dudes are just like rapping you like they're on a pedestal, like rapping down to you.
Yeah.
Like I can rap the best. You not as good as me.
Yeah, it's very I'm the best rapper in the world.
I get that, but it's like after a while, like man, like for example, like is there a song on it that actually has a content like other than I'm the best rapper?
Nah,
I'll wait.
Nah, there isn't. There isn't. And that's why I said that's where they kind of divert. Like they're very like coming at the mic, but in the 36 Chambers, we actually have some songs.
Those
we actually have some narratives
and hooks and singles, and they actually had like those guys had personality, and they were so different.
Yeah. And this one is very like they even talk about like this is our sellout joint.
I remember they saying that, but it's like it wasn't actually.
It wasn't.
It was nowhere near a sellout joint.
Like y'all act like I did a joint with Puff or something.
Yeah,
like
that's what it seemed like it's gonna be. I thought I told you that we won't stop because the thing is, Puff was popping at that time, which is crazy. You know, like that, like it was crazy. Like it's almost like that music was made in a bubble. Like the music was made in a bubble where it didn't exist in the world of like the shiny suit era. You know what I mean? Like, because really in 2001, what else music sounds like that? 2001.
You're right, because
it's like almost they did it in 95 and they released it in 2001. Like it was held up in the pipeline.
It sounds very, very. It feels old.
Like maybe for like one track. Don't do it for a whole album though. Don't go to it now. Let's take it back. Don't go full.
Big shout out to Thomas D.
I told everybody to come over.
Yeah, he said I can tolerate drinking doses.
Same here. Like most artists, like a lot of artists, I can tolerate doses.
See, they sound like the rap group that was in Bamboozled with Most Def. Yo, okay, let's talk about that. There's a movie called Bamboozled by the great and wonderful Spike Lee. All right, now there's a rap group in that movie called Mau Mau, MAU. And they actually released a single, which I owned. It was Most Def, Cannabis, Charlie Baltimore, Pharoah Monch. Was he? No, I don't think he was. I can't remember who else was in there.
I don't.
But they were like the very, very Hotep-ish like rap group. They were very rapidy rap, and they were like black is you black and you black is black.
Basically, they were dude, I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. Like that,
them.
But just like
that was them
as a group.
Yeah, but as a group,
that was fun.
I
gotta go watch that movie, man. I ain't watched that movie in a minute.
At that time, I actually liked that song to a certain degree. Like it wasn't like my favorite song, but I was like, oh yeah, they spitting on this. But I also realized that this is kind of like making fun of rappers like this. So it's like they've got skills, but
it's a parody.
It's like a parody.
It's a parody, yeah. I'm all fan parody.
Thomas D said they were militant. Yeah, they was mad militant.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie, Bamboozled, even though it's super low budget, it was one of those movies that Spike Lee did to kind of like prove what you could make with like very little money.
Yeah.
But the message, unfortunately, is still relevant today.
Yeah.
Like in the entertainment industry. But with that said, this album I can't recommend to you. There's a couple of songs and freestyles if you can find them out there. You got Camel Tail or Jakada Motomouth. Copyright is the one that probably had the most success. I mean, of course, with RJD2, like going to another level. But you can check out their freestyles. Their freestyles are impressive because they're actually rapping on other people's beats. This is a time before RJD2 like really like came into his own. Like once, and it's funny because RJ comes into his own after this album. And that's when you get like joints like Rain and all those, other joints that he's kind of known for. But yeah, I can't recommend this joint. It's very rapidy rap. And
my score
feels old.
You see this right here? 5. And you know what that means. Everyone knows when I give it a 5, you know what that means. That's the lowest I can give an album.
Yeah.
Can I say if somebody because to make the effort to make the album and sit there with hours and hours and hours to create it, I cannot get nobody lower than a 5. But 5 is the lowest I will give you. That's so you know what that means.
For someone who's actually made an album in a group,
same.
I will agree.
Same. I'm
getting an album done in a group.
I was the RJD2 of all the groups. But also I was also rapping too. I was like the RZA of all the groups, I would say. The brains of the operation, rapper, producer, mixer,
man,
master.
I was the manager. I was we should have story time one day and just like the crazy stuff. And I'm sure you've seen crazy stuff. And I was like you can look up Bomb Squad Mic Fight. You can look that up. BOMB SKWAD. Mic Fight. MICFIGHT. It's an album I put out with 2 other guys that I don't even talk to now for various reasons. But putting that album, Imagine trying to herd cats, but it's only 2 people.
Yeah, it's just difficult, man. That's difficult. I was
Trying to get people to the studio for songs that you've already written. Like the songs are done.
Yeah.
Songs is written. We talked on the phone. We've met in person. The songs are finished. Trying to get you to the studio. So honestly, yes, finishing an album, actually finishing a project, especially when you're not the only one, is a daunting task.
It's a
and there's like
task.
5 people in this group, like 4 or 5 people.
That's too many people.
Yeah, so
I've been in a group with that I kind of that amount of people, but it was like on where like some of them weren't really there. So it was like, if you're not, my thing was like, if you're not there, you ain't on the track. Sorry. Yeah, like so for like because it was always recorded in my place, so I was always the controller of the music. So if I'm gonna see the thing is, if you're not there, it's gonna be a solo track with just me on it. So y'all better be there. But but most time everyone came through, so I was kind of had a control over it, but. Yeah, there was some other groups I was in where I wasn't really in control of stuff. It's like nothing really came out. Nothing came about it. Songs half done. Songs half cooked. Beats half cooked. Like, nah, can't down with that.
Thomas D said, "Don't feel bad, Arckatron. I'll say that album was trash."
Yeah, I can't say that because it's just like I respect the level of like. I think that's what they were going for. Just for me, like
it was just very.
It just wasn't.
It was just very okay, and okay in a way that like. There's 2 songs that I could probably take from this, and the rest is just. I think. Well, me is how I do is I let the album play, and if I actually have to look at what the title of one track is, that's the one I like. I like This Year. Yeah, This Year is. That was when I was like, wait, what's the name of this track? Because that's what I was like, oh, I like this. Like it's something I can resonate with. There was a couple other ones towards the end. I was like, okay, yeah. But other than that, it's like, This Year, and there's when is this gonna end? Yeah, there's like 2 joints on there, and that's time. That's it. So, hour and 8 minutes of rap. Woo. So we are done with Table Scraps. Okay. So you can talk about Kardinal. You start Kardinal, I'll finish it. I'm a fan of Cardi. Like, man, Kardinal Offishall has been dope for a long time. The first time I found him was on Rap City, and I saw Old Time Killin'. When I saw that rap video, I said, who is that? Blum, 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 blum. Blum, 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 doom, 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 doom. Yeah. Man, that was it. That was it. That was it for me. Oh, you didn't know your boy could play drums, huh? Used to play drums at church. Don't sleep. No, but the very animated, very fun to listen to, interesting voice. Takes his voice up and down, speeds it up at times. Just a very animated audio adventure with this. We've got some fun songs, we've got some party songs, we've got some deep songs, some song with messages and stuff. This is a and what the difference between this album and Table Scraps is clearly what I would like to call audio wise, maturity and polish. Yeah. This is, like I said, Table Scraps screams demo. Like this is the joint you make before you make your first album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get all your jitters out and all your like, rapidy rap out. And then now I have something I want to say. And this album, he actually has something to say. He talks about his point of view on certain issues, joints like Maxine that's just like smooth. Yeah. Then you got Old Time Killin'. You got Cardi Slang that's kind of like you kind of like put it in your Jeep kind of joint. It's you got the joint where he's talking about like the N-word and like the whole meaning, like the like meaning and kind of how he sees it. Yeah. And it's just a good look at him musically. My favorite track. Sorry to butt in, but my favorite track. And I forgot it was on the album. It's powerful. When that song comes on, I flipped out. I was like, yo, if I could do a flip, I would have flipped. But I ain't doing no flips out here. Yeah, it hurt. I ain't no gymnastics now. But yeah, when that song came on, like that, I was like, yo. That's actually when I made it. There's like a video. I made a live like IG video because of that. I was like, when you see me hype about that, it's when you know I'm like. But I have not heard this album. Okay, back to you.
I get to my
but
point.
this joint, as a matter of fact, this makes me want to pull up the track list. So,
oh yeah, because you got that situation over there.
His track list on, let's see, the first album. Quest for Fire. Here we go. Quest for Fire. Oh, so he has the joint before this. But anyway,
I didn't even know that either.
Cardi Slang.
Nice. That's a good start off.
It's because it's maybe lighthearted, or it's just fun to listen to. Mike Thugs gives you skills.
But you know what it's like?
Hustling. I've been a fan of Hustling for a long time. Hustling. See how
it's got value.
We're reacting. Little swing.
Can I get it? Yeah. But it's very infused with the Caribbean islands. It's got that infusion because where he's from. And
have Cardi and Busta ever worked together?
That's a sad
man.
Thing. If they worked together if Busta Rhymes was on this album, like did a remix for Bacardi Slang or Old Time Killing, we need you, Bus, because that's anarchy. This is anarchy. This is Genesis Bus. The Genesis. Yeah, but yeah,
come on.
No, come on. Yeah.
Man, all right, so we go from Cardi Slang, which is like fun to listen to, Mike Thugs, letting you know, like, I know about the rap game and I got some skills.
And he produced
their names in
and he produced a lot of this too.
Oh yeah. Then Hustling is just a fun joint to listen to. Then so then Old Time Killing is like, oh snap. Then Money Jane is a joint that I'm like on the fence with.
That's when I was like,
Money
okay.
Jane, I wasn't really feeling, but still, you're talking about 5 joints that I enjoy.
Well,
I guess the intro doesn't.
No, 4 joints in a row.
Yeah, 4 joints in a row. And then Money Jam, I'm like, but I mean, that's going to happen on every album. Then Man by Choice, I'm like, wow, you got something to say.
Yeah.
Word is deep. So it's like, then you go with Maxine, Your Ghetto, which is just funny to me.
Yeah. No, it's Your Ghetto 2002.
Yeah, 2002. And then Quest for Fire, then Powerful, G Walking.
With Glenn Lewis.
Yeah, which is another one of fun to listen to, but powerful, like we said. Yeah. Gotta Get It, which I enjoy because I like to team up with Socrates.
Yeah.
I wish they would have teamed up more, but I mean, who knows? Schedules and whatever, rapping, tours, whatever. On with the show, and go ahead then. Both Fresh. It's not like they're the best songs on the album, but they're good ways to like send off the album. And I'm not mad at it. Like, honestly, out of 15 songs, there might be like 1 or 2 that I'm like,
Yeah,
but still, that's
still
13 out of 15 is very good. Very good. This album is fun to listen to.
And it came out the same year. Year, which is like, wait, are these in 2 like universes? Like, are these the same?
Very weird.
So it's very weird that they came out the same year. It's like, this is impossible.
Yeah. Now, big shout out to the chat. We got Alan Lewis in the house.
What up, Alan Lewis?
As a matter of fact, we got some more people watching the video right now. Chat,
we got PL. PL just came into the building.
Oh, PL, what up?
PL's over on IG. What up?
What up? Nice to see you. So this album for me worked back then, still works now. And I told you, I listened to some songs, that are like randomized on. Yeah. So I hear Hustling every now and then, and I'll hear like Maxine every now and then.
Okay.
But altogether, there wasn't a point where I was like, when is this gonna end? I enjoyed this, man.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun album.
Yeah, it's a fun album to listen to. And I recommend it. I really recommend it. I'll give a score in a second, but my brother.
Yeah, so for me, my history with it is the same as yours. I saw either Bacardi Slang or Old Time Killing first, one of the two.
Okay, all right.
And I was like, yo, who's this guy? I bought that album immediately because for 1, for 2, and for 3, my peoples was from Jamaica.
Yep.
So
we forgot.
I got that mixture in there to see that of my 2 worlds coming together. Of like the world of like hip hop and the world of reggae, Jamaica influence infused in that.
Yeah.
I was sold.
Yeah.
And the man can rap, and he's producing, and he's got the whole crew up there, whole Toronto crew.
It was a dope crew track.
Killing it. So yeah, Old Time Killing it and New Time Killing it. Still to this day, I like the album. I was a little worried because I haven't heard it in so long. I was like, I don't know if I'm still gonna like this. As soon as Bacardi Slang, I'm like, oh, locked in. I like this. I've been engaged because it was my palate cleanse from
from table scraps.
Yeah, from table scraps. Like, no offense, but I was like, let me put this in the order of something I never listened to something I know. Yeah. So it was good to kind of hear it. I'm like, yo, this joint still rocks in 2019. Like 18 years removed, it still rocks. Like, how's that possible? It still bangs too. Like, it's sonically like it's kind of better than stuff it sounds better than stuff that's coming out right now. Like sonically, like what were they using? Like what were you on? What studio were you guys in?
It's just generally fun to listen to.
Yeah, it's a very fun, like it's an adventure. Like I just like Cardi, like he was on it.
This is good.
He had everything like locked in, and it just was the perfect time for him. And I was glad to see him, somebody that's not from America, to kind of make it in that kind of grand scheme, like, oh, I'm successful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then go on to whatever he did on the rest of his career, with the Lady Gaga stuff and the Akon stuff. But yeah, what they saying over there, man?
Thomas D talking about table scraps. He said, "Let me get in my Joe Budden bag. It's trash." Then he said, "Kardinal is nice." Alan Lewis came through. He said, he said, just checking in. He got to study, so get your study on, get your learn on.
We're gonna be here. Get study on.
But big shout out. Alan Lewis said he saw that I was rapping and making music. He said, "We see you." Yes, not only me. Don't forget, got ARCKATRON.com. Pick up that discography. But yes, I got a couple gems out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? DJ. Oh, big shout out to DJ Mr. Lee. Last night, spinning my joints on meradio.com. That was dope. Big shout out to DJ Mr. Lee. Put me on. He was spinning me in between like Biggie and Mary J and all E40 and a whole bunch. So it was cool. It spun like 2 or 3 of my tracks. So I was like, yo, that's crazy for us. So and they're all older joints too. So that's super fun. So you know what I'm saying? That's crazy good. But what's your score for this album first?
That's gonna be a hard one because I really like this album.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, no. You always score first. I'm gonna score first.
You score first.
Man, I'm giving this a solid 9. I don't care what none of y'all say.
All right. I'm going a little lower, but I still like this 8.5.
I'm giving it a solid because this album is fun still today.
This album is fun.
That's hard to do, like with albums that come out in 2001. Because y'all know how I feel about 2001.
It's just funny.
Yeah, you're good. It's hilarious. Like, here's what you are when you think you was all, and the opposite don't think twice. Your G to the H to the E to the T T O. You're ghetto. Like that's
it's dumb, but it's funny.
It's
at the same
super
time.
like
it's silly, and it's a way to just have fun and not take himself too seriously.
That's what it was. That's what I like about Cardi. He was having fun, man.
Yeah,
and you can hear that in the music that they were having fun. And I like when artists have fun because I have fun listening to it.
Yeah,
definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand being like introspective and all.
That's a huge difference. Yeah, Cardi on this album has fun. Megahertz on this album are just so frustrated. I guess probably frustrated with the industry or angry
at that time. Yeah, definitely.
Or angry, about maybe where their careers are or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not a fun listen because their like anger kind of like rubs off on you. You know what I'm saying?
It's that 2001 anger. There was a bunch of anger from like all the years previously with the Diddy, the shiny suits, and the industry changing like literally because all the labels became instead of private companies, they became public. So all this now all the labels had stockholders and stuff like that. So the money started to dictate what was being put out.
Was being put out.
So that's what we actually have a whole episode about that whole industry and everything.
Yeah,
it's a major thing of why a lot of music like kind of like went underground or went super above ground.
Yeah,
like it went like you either were up or down. You weren't just no in between.
You kind of see a very similar thing in the film industry too. You either have these micro budget films that are like, oh my God, like Get Out, which is like, you look at Get Out and you're like, how much did Get Out cost? Like $2 million or something like it's like something low.
Yeah.
And then it's either like Get Out or it's like Avengers Endgame. You know what I'm saying? There's no middle. Like back in the early 90s, you had middle stuff. Like you had like Lethal Weapon. That wasn't like a big budget movie, but it wasn't small either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's very few.
But
there's very few like the first Deadpool that costed like I think like $50 million. There's very few movies in that area. There's very few movies in that area.
We have one of our always esteemed guests at the show.
Who?
Tavana has shown
up. Oh, Tavana's in the house. What up?
What up?
Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? Star Trek. I'll be back.
You know.
But Tavana's in the house.
Yeah.
Big shout out because we have to give her a woo. You know what I'm saying?
I woo for you.
Because she gave us some love on GoFundMe.com/Violator20. That's right. Put $1 in the bucket and help us get out there and hold it down and document that hip hop legacy. So, you like that album?
Yeah.
I like the album.
Fun.
We recommend Quest for Fire, Volume 1.
Volume 1.
We recommend it. It's still fun to listen to, man. Like out of 15 tracks, well, I guess it's 14 since the intro doesn't really count.
You're like the Mary Jane was the one's like, I heard I was like, oh, okay. Because you know the
Money Jane.
The problem with it is comes right after Old Time Killing.
Yeah.
So it's like woo, and it's like, okay. We're cruising at a little mid-level here. It's a remix joint too, which I don't even know. Like, I guess the original is probably on the first album.
Yeah.
But it has Sean Paul on, which I forgot that he's on the song.
Yeah.
But Sean Paul at this time is like he's
on fire.
He's fuego right now.
Yeah, because remember Sean Paul.
That's giving me the light. This is giving me the light right now. This is giving me the light. This is Glue.
Get Busy.
Get Busy. This that era.
Get Busy is still kind of my joint, like on the sneak. Don't sleep. Like Get Busy still rock.
He had them singles though. He had them singles though.
Oh, Sean Paul got some singles.
He had them
the whole album.
We're gonna talk about that.
But about the
singles?
He got some fire singles for you.
I'm just thinking who was like that.
Like straight up, you play Get Busy in the club this weekend, people still going. Yeah, girl still going wine.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Just hold the beat and don't screw up. That's all you gotta do.
Get busy. Yeah, come on, son.
Oh man.
Somebody gonna have to dance to that joint, man. Cut a rug or two. You know what I'm saying? Cut a rug.
Just one or two.
Yeah. Just two. Yeah.
So with that out the way, I think we did have some pretty. Did we have some? Or was that no? We covered that last week. All right. So I don't think we have any hip hop news this week. I think we covered all our hip hop news from last week. I don't think there was anything that dropped this week that's crazy because everybody's getting ready for for San Diego Comic-Con. So yeah, I think that's it. I think you know what I'm saying. Table scraps, no. Quest for Fire, yes.
He said you ain't got to wait for the weekend for the Sean Paul. He said you could play that, turn it on now.
Oh yeah, you can play it. Yeah, that's right.
PL no, EPL,
PL. Big shout out to PL. You know what I'm saying? You know what?
You know about the island vibes.
Yeah,
you know
what's up. Yo, man, I'm still, Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes being on that album.
Old Time Killing is the one. I think. Woo. Not even old time. Maybe like Bacardi slang. I could see him being on Bacardi slang.
Yeah, like if he was on.
Yeah.
If he was.
Yeah.
If he was.
I think there was a remix for Bacardi slang. I don't know if he was on it.
He was on Quest for Fire. All right, let's see. He could be on Bacardi slang. Old Time, of course. Powerful. Hustling. I would like to see him on Hustling too. Like there's like 4 or 5 songs he could have been on.
I'm gonna do another shout out.
What's up?
Cardinal was producing a lot of his album too.
Yeah,
that's to say a lot.
He produced
what, like 10 of the joints? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
about 10. Yeah, about 10 of these joints.
That's remarkable.
So out of 14 songs, he produced 10 of these. So so like
that's big when you produce and you rapping too. That's hard to do. And I actually like make it all work and have fun and like not be daunting or whatever.
Yeah, and not be that's burned out.
That's very
this.
Yeah. P.R. There is a Bacardi slang remix, but I forget who's on it.
Yeah, just message it to us because I'm interested to hear that. I want to know who on it.
Yeah.
But big shout out to Cardi first. Well, no, I think I told you I heard Socrates first, but I didn't know he was from Toronto.
Okay.
So
yeah, I didn't know that either.
Big shout out to Cardi for being the first Toronto rapper I ever heard. And then I might have heard Choclair or something.
Choclair.
Because he had a little single out.
Yeah, a little single there. That little single out. You know,
Choclair had a little single.
I know the thing. I remember that. I remember like being blue. The video was like blue or whatever. That's all I remember. I don't remember what the song was.
Big shout out to Thomas D. He said, Crit Is Here is the album of the summer. I haven't listened to it yet, but I heard the single from it and I like it. But you already know I like Big Crit from the last one. I could swear he had an album called Big Crit Is Here. His album titles are eluding me. All his album titles seem very similar. Something about Crit's here, Crit's the guy, and Crit's something. I'll go see said, did we hear the new Jim Jones? Hold up, Jim Jones got something new? Jim Jones, we know. The Jim Jones.
No, someone
Jones from
someone else in the chat has reminded me of Jim Jones and the Heatmakers making beats from. And I was like, don't text me
Jim Jones.
Don't text me this ever again.
Look, let me look this Jim Jones up.
Sorry, PL. Don't ever text me nothing about no Jim Jones, Mr. Vamp Life. Don't text me nothing about no Jim Jones.
Yeah,
you got the criminal Jim
Jones.
No,
not that Jim Jones. Well, the other Jim Jones rapper, he a criminal too, technically. But that ain't what we talk about. We talk about
Vamp Life.
Oh boy, let's see what he got. Let's see. Hold on, let me look at his discography. Oh boy,
discography.
All right, Jim Jones discography. Let's see what you got. We got
El Chapo right there. You missed it, man. What are you doing?
Oh no, that was On My Way to Church.
Oh, you going to the top to bottom? Okay.
All right, then we got Harlem, Diary of a Summer. Then we got Hustler's Poem, Product of My Environment. Then Pray for Rain, not that rain,
yeah,
but rain.
I see like the Roman numeral 4.
Then Capo. Then Wasted Talent.
I think it's Chapo.
Oh,
like
Chapo.
Sorry, I guess it's. Oh, but maybe it's Capo. No, it's probably Capo. I don't know. PL probably knows stuff. He's in New York, dude. He would know.
Then El Chapo, or El Capo, El Chapo, whatever. Look,
all tracks produced by the Heatmakers. Yeah, because they're great.
Yo, they make heat.
Yeah.
Pot holders. You know what I'm saying? Get your pot holders.
Yeah, they make heat all right.
Yo, all I'm saying is that he said Hitmaker did sample some hot ones. All right, so I'll go see. You know what, I'll go see. I'm gonna reserve my judgment. The Jim Jones that I remember, I was not a fan of, but you never know. Times can change. Heatmakers, last time I heard of the Heatmakers, I wasn't really feeling what they was putting out, but times can change. So maybe they got some. I will play something now, but of course, YouTube going to get us. They ain't going to let us do nothing. But let's see. Thomas D said, if you pay attention, Crit's albums tell a huge story. He ties them all together. Oh, all right, word.
Okay.
Because I've only heard one, but I really
the one we reviewed for the show.
Forever is a long time. Yeah. So I love that one.
PL said he's rapping now, whatever that means.
Who?
Jim Jones. He's saying he's rapping now.
Jim Jones is rapping now. So all right. I thought he was rapping then.
He's rapping now.
Yo, man, you never know.
Don't mean I want to hear what he's rapping about.
You ain't got to do Jim Jones like that.
I ain't doing Jim like that. I'm giving him his respect. I'm giving him his respect.
He has been rapping for years.
I mean, 15 years of album releases, so okay, you got 7 albums, like average of every other year.
And he got 16 tracks on this joint. He got joints with Fat Joe, all right, Mark Scriblia, all right,
Rose,
Sibilia,
Cameron,
got Ricky Rose, got Cameron in the house,
Fred the Godson,
you know what I'm saying? Got Mano,
Dave East,
Dave East,
Currency's on there, Spitter's on there, Jada and Filthy Rich.
Back in the day, I was digging some Currency though.
See?
Like back, I ain't gonna front. Got Jada Kiss, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look. Hey, I'm just saying.
PL, you too hyped about this Jim Jones stuff, man. We should have not went on this tangent, this Jim Jones stuff, man.
We gonna
turn off Jim Jones. Turn it off.
No Jim Jones. No.
All
right, Jim Jones. No Jim Jones. So with that said, there.
No, Algo C brought up Jim Jones. Actually, it's just Algo C's fault.
It's Algo C.
And PL's not making it better.
Yeah,
he's rapping now. Like, yeah. I'll be surprised. Y'all be surprised. Yeah, you know what? I'll be surprised y'all be surprised if I actually listen to it. How about that? No disrespect, but disrespect.
No disrespect,
but disrespect.
All right, so Jim Jones. Maybe one day we will listen to a Jim Jones album. Today won't be that day.
Nope.
But before we get out of here, I got some more announcements to make. GoFundMe.com/Violator20.
Violator20.
That's right. Go there, put $1 in the bucket so we can do what we got to do. Number two,
Number two.
I will be at San Diego Comic-Con this weekend on Friday and at AfroCon on Saturday. That's right. I'm trying to make moves and do big things. Big shout out to 133 Art and Hannibal Taboo. On top of that, you might be able to catch just a bit of the mix that DJ Mr. Lee put on that had my tracks in there with the luminaries of hip hop themselves. He played Sprinkle Me. All right.
Oh, did he?
Oh, he played Sprinkle
He
Me.
played 40?
Yeah, he played some of that E40.
Sprinkle me, man.
Sprinkle Me.
Sprinkle me, man.
Sprinkle Me.
Yo,
And then,
40 hard,
and then
man.
two of my joints in there.
40 hard, man.
I'm on the same mix with Sprinkle Me.
40 hard, man.
Yo, hey, look, don't sleep.
Sprinkle me, man.
Don't sleep.
I got deep dive. You know what? I got deep dive in 40 because being from the East, we didn't get much 40.
Yeah, no.
So since I'm over here now,
he was just this weird guy.
Yeah,
I was like, yo,
his voice is super
he sounds weird.
He sounds weird. But if you get deep dive in what he's saying, he's probably people saying. I just saw this dude yesterday on the street. He was like, "Yo, 40 hard, man." I was like, "All right, I'll go listen to him."
I ain't gonna mess with 40.
I'm not gonna disrespect 40.
We ain't gonna do that.
Not out here,
guys. Before we bounce, to my left is Arckatron.
What's going on? ARCKATRON.com. You can find all my music there. I'm about to start re-releasing some stuff on iTunes and Spotify, so you can find it on there too eventually. But now you can only find like one album. But I'm gonna put all the whole discography on there too. And then I'm dropping an album in October, so y'all look out for that. And I also got Live from the Space Bridge. We're doing a little test run next Monday. Then after that is gonna be the official first episode of Live from the Space Bridge right here. This is the Space Bridge, if y'all didn't know that. But that's where we're gonna be live from. All right. You're gonna do some music.
Rocket ships.
We're gonna be doing some music and just chilling and vibing out and with some crazy lights, and y'all gonna see what's going on, what I've been working on and stuff like that. And that's it. All right. And what you got going on, man? What you got going on, man?
San Diego Comic-Con this weekend, AfroCon this weekend. I got music you can listen to, podcasts you can listen to, videos you can watch on this channel. This week still, we got this live stream. We got all kinds of stuff going on, but we still going to talk about Swamp Thing. We still going to talk about Nosferatu. We still going to talk about Young Justice. And don't forget the Ride Podcast, which will be special this weekend because I'll be having a Ride Podcast with Jason Reeves going down to San Diego and Hannibal Taboo, hopefully, maybe coming back up to LA. So there's tons of stuff to check out on the channel. Support your boy. And you reminded me, we've been doing this show for over a year. That's right. It's been a year that we've been doing it. A year anniversary. Well, we passed it, but we've been there for a year.
Yeah.
Holding it down. So help us celebrate by sharing this, by sharing the GoFundMe Violator 20, sharing all that stuff to your friends and your peeps. Now, with that said, a big shout out to PL. A big shout out to Tavana. We got
Visual Goods over here.
Visual Goods.
We got we had Thomas D.
But you crossed over, so you over here.
And we had somebody else up in here. Who else was up in there? Oh, Algo C was in this. He crossed over too.
So yeah,
but there was somebody else in here too. I think from the beginning. Nah, maybe not. All
right. And big.
We got
big shout out to Algo C saying that I got some bars. Thank you. It makes me feel good to hear that people say, "Hey, you know what? You got a joint, and I like it." Why? Thank you. So on this side in YouTube, big shout out to Thomas D. We got a double shout out. You got a woo for you and a woo for you. And then shout out to Alan Lewis, who be singing with them vocals, a woo for you. And then a big shout out to Algo C. Yes, a woo for you. Besides that, big shout out to Thought Crimes. They usually roll through every day.
Oh yeah, Thought Crimes. He's following me. I've realized they follow me. I'm like, who's that? Yeah, the name sounds familiar, but I just didn't register sometimes.
Thought Crimes.
We did a lot of episodes, man.
Yeah.
We did a lot of episodes. We did wait.
This is our 41st episode. 41st.
Well, how you remember the number?
Oh, because I have to number them when I'm making thumbnails and stuff. So
I was gonna say we did at least more than 40. I knew that.
Yeah. Right, last 41st. Week was 40. This is 41. Side. So 41st. Now we're on the 41st side of things. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at.
Oh, speaking of which,
41 episodes.
The 41st side thing, because the temperature's rising. You know what I'm saying? The temperature's rising right here. No, that's actually this because the side. This actually. The writing is sideways.
So you gotta be like,
yeah.
And then you gotta be like,
the temp is rising. You know what I'm saying? It's not surprising.
That's right.
Zabrizing. I'm like, okay, Zabrizing. Okay, cool.
Ooh, got a bad note of
give
bride.
him the goods on the other side though. Ooh, give him the goods to get sprayed.
Fast and not slow, boy.
Yeah. And
look.
Also, shout out to Hoslow. He's in VA right now.
Word?
Hoslow, holla.
VA.
You ever see this? You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's pretty good shout out. You know what? I'll give some industry shout outs. All right, these some people that I want to give a shout out to. The Blurred Girl, shout out. Yes. You know why I'm shouting you out?
Mr. Flex.
The Blurred Girl DM me. Thank you for putting me in contact. Shout out to you. Shout out to Angelique Roche, I think, from Sci-Fi Wire. Big shout out to you because we here. So those are my two shout outs. Oh, big shout out to Mr. J. Washington. I saw him at the screening for Lion King. Big shout out to you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we good.
Super flex.
So you gotta put it up, and then you gotta bring it down.
The flex master, funk master, funk master flex. Funk master flex.
So with that said,
where the bomb drop? We need the bomb drop.
But we gotta do our we at the end of the show. We gotta do our real flex. So to bless y'all before we leave, you know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. No, you good. Jesus Christ. No, you good. Shield. The shield. All right. Look, we ain't gonna
we still on YouTube. We ain't shut down yet, so we good. But yeah, we love all y'all for coming out. Yes. Thank y'all for the support. It's been 13 months now. Thank y'all for the support. Almost to the day. So thank y'all. Thank you, IG. Thank y'all for everything.
Y'all be good.
Y'all continue supporting because we're gonna continue bringing that content for y'all. I mean, thank y'all. It's been a good
real.
Yeah, stay real. Be true to you and do what you do. Don't do what no one else do. All right.
And we love you, God. Peace.
We love you, God. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We love you, God. God.